now you get to see the whole thing all over again, if you want to. Except by me instead of Shasta, which means slightly less quality. A good bit less quality. I'm working on it. 3, 2, 1, begin the run. I'm only short on, like, 6 years worth of experience, or something like that. Something along those lines. I've been running the game for, like, 6 months. A little bit different, you know? A little bit. Also, hey, Tofu, how's it going? Not often that you see me in red. It's true, I own, like, one red shirt other than this, you know? I'm not usually a bright color kind of person. I've been trying to wear less lipstick for a week or two, give my skin a break. And I was like, you know what? If I owned red lipstick, this would be the day for red lipstick. I don't own red lipstick. I don't own normal colors of lipstick. Why would I do that? Why would I own normal colors? Spirit Tracks run when? Spirit Tracks is long. Also, hey Sparky, how's it going? Hold on, we'll do a hydrate. I don't need to dehydrate today. We did a hydrate. Spirit Tracks is really long and 7 and has a bunch of frame perfect tricks and is really insistent on, you having to ride the train, like, everywhere. And there's, like, a very fine difference between a boat and a train. There's a couple of them, actually. One of them is, trains are not aquatic, typically, unless you have an interesting train. The other one being that, trains can't hop, so Legend of Zelda train game, you don't get to hop. So it's much less active. Also, hey Lou, how's it going? Oh, you got the button mash? The button mash is good. Boats can jump, and it saves 5 frames per jump when going at full speed, and saves about 2 minutes or more over the course of the run. And that's wild. You save 2 minutes by boat hop. You saw Choo Choo Charles? Can Choo Choo Charles jump? I never watched enough Choo Choo Charles to know if Choo Choo Charles can jump. I've seen that there's a pickle lady. There's a pickle lady in Choo Choo Charles. I got $1. How long is Spirit Tracks? About an hour longer than Phantom Hourglass. That's okay. That was bad RNG. So it's like a little over 4 hours, like 4 hours 15 or something like that, if I recall correctly. Gotcha. Got him. Can make fun trains and trans puns? You sure can. The other upside that train game does have is you can go choo-choo and then you can pull the whistle. And I am told that pulling train whistles is fun. Do they have any potential sequence breaks? I don't know. So I do know that the most recent time save found for Spirit Tracks was Jasnix found a couple of ways to save time by, it's mostly in the like Spirit Temple or whatever it is, the one that you, like the Tower of Spirits, the one you go back to over and over again, their equivalent of the Temple of the Ocean King. You can duplicate the same small key over and over again, which is a frame perfect trick. And if you do that, you can skip some of the, like, you know, slower small keys in later rooms. It's wildly punishing as just a thing to do. But that's the only, like, big, like, sequence break I know about. I know there's a lot of, like, mid-dungeon sequence breaks where you can, like, bomb boost over walls and stuff like that, because this is a 2.5D Zelda game, and that's what we're doing. But I'm not entirely sure I am up to date on all of my Spirit Tracks knowledge outside of those couple of things, so I would have to look into it. I know much more about the potential sequence breaks in Phantom Hourglass, you know, the one I speedrun, than the one I don't speedrun. So, I don't know, we'll have to, like, bully Jasnix into doing more Spirit Tracks runs so that, he can demonstrate for everyone. It is almost Tears of the Kingdom. It's Tears of the Ocean King. Dumb. I don't know if I just called him dumb, or if it's his kingdom, but one or the other. One or the other. Ooh, we dizzied. Very good. Very good. Also, hey 64, how's it going? Not until Jasnix does Skyward Sword Hundo. Well, did he not already do that? Did he do it at some point? I had faith that he would do it already. Alright. We're doing good on being up to date on that strat. I've been playing it the safe way. So now I just have extra health. Yeah, that's because it took an extra try on Rat Room, but 7 seconds is not insurmountable in the least. A bunch of tasses from Toadswoot? That's an excellent username. We're just gonna die into the stairs. There we go. Goodbye. About random Spirit Tracks tech and tricks. I haven't, as I said, I haven't seen it nearly as much as I should have. I should know. I just have a tiny brain. He did practice, but now he's on vacation. SMH. SMH, how dare people take vacation? Ignore that I just went to GDQ, which is, like, practically a vacation. GDQ is my vacation. Like, at this point, GDQ is my annual vacation, where I just get to go vibe with my friends. According to some experts, what do the other experts say? Do they have a input? One of my favorite quotes from a GDQ run, I think it was during a Mario Kart run. Somebody said, 9 out of 10 experts agree. We tried to ask the other one, but they were on lunch. Like, that's a great way to end that phrase. I don't even remember, like, who this person was who said that. Am I paid for GDQ? I am not. So for this GDQ in particular, I had a kind of interesting setup, which I'm still working out. Lol, welcome to my finances. But I had a kind of interesting setup because usually being a host, a runner, or any kind of volunteer, you don't get paid, you're a volunteer, but you get your badge comped. So I have a big collection of GDQ badges over there. I never paid for one of them. Because I've only ever been to GDQ as a volunteer. No! What do you mean? But I've only ever been to GDQ as a volunteer, so I've never had to actually pay for my own badge. But I still have had to pay for my hotel, I've had to pay for my expenses, and I don't get money for doing it. I'm volunteering my time, you know? But for this GDQ specifically, I also got certain expenses reimbursed because I was an ambassador. And it was just like one of the advertised perks of like, you know, signing up to be in the ambassador program was that like like the technical contract I signed for that is that like you have to set aside X amount of hours to like do the things for the ambassador program and try to raise money for charity and all of that. And in return, they don't actually pay me, but they like part of my hotel room is reimbursed type of thing, like for a couple of days. So like that's the closest to being paid for GDQ I've ever been. I am not employed by Games Done Quick, so oopsies. I have to pay for my own flights and all of that usually. I am also very excited for RAF. RAF is going to be this coming weekend, and Pride was sitting in a call with me earlier and was like, man, I haven't reached out to my RAF runners yet. And I was like, yeah, you should do that. And then it took me a hot second to go, wait, that's me. Wait, I built the host schedule. That's me. What? It's me. It's me and Jim. He has to reach out to me and Jim and go, hey, dum-dums. I'm hosting for you. And we have to go, neat. That's about it. A guy named Big John in Reddit. How much do you have to donate for the name to be changed to Games Done Quickly? I do remember, like, Big John being on there's, like, this whole legacy host spreadsheet, that, like, has everyone who's hosted since, like, 2016 on it. I do remember that person's name being on there, but I think that was before my time of hosting, so I never got to meet, that individual, which is wild to me. I feel like I am such a newbie still, that, like, a lot of people, like, were gone before I ever showed up, and, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I've been doing this for a while now. Like, I'm counted as one of the more experienced hosts on mic, and I'm like, y'all, I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be. Do you have any idea how, much chaos is every is every shift? Most of it is just standard, but like, also I'm a dum-dum. Don't give me responsibility. That's bad. I guess. I know that, like, I had spoken to Edo Bean, who was a host for years and was one of the hosts that, like, that I had, like, taken a lot of inspiration from, like, when I first started hosting, and she had been, like, trying to see if she could come back to hosting, and that's very exciting to me, because, like, Edo Bean and Patty are the people whose, like, styles I stole. And now I owe $1 to a jar. Oh no. Link. Link. There we go. There we go. Does seem fun. Maybe you'll volunteer for the next RAF. You should do it. It's definitely for RAF is, like, probably the best experience I would recommend to newbie hosts. Because, like, RAF is just a community showcase. Everyone's super chill. Everybody's, like, really supportive. And, like, RAF, generally speaking, like, we are raising money for charity. And, like, it's a good thing if we raise money for charity, right? Like, money for charity is a good thing to do. But also, like, the point of it is for everyone to, like, have fun and feel comfortable and get to show off their runs and stuff like that. The point of it is not big number go up. Like, you're not going to deal with nearly as much sort of, like, bureaucracy nonsense as in a lot of, like, hosting experiences. Okay, that wasn't ideal, but it worked. We're still gonna be behind, probably, but not by too much. We're not. We're ahead. We're ahead. But yeah, I definitely recommend if you are interested in hosting at all for any event, like, RAF is a great place to start. Unfortunately for this current RAF, a little bit late, but that's because RAF's in a week. So, there will be plenty of time for the next one. Also, hey Comics, how's it going? Thank you for the luck on the runs. There we go. Perfect. Also, hey Lincoln, how's it going? Thank you for the luck and the fun. I'm doing pretty well today. So the Lady Arcader Super Showcase submissions closed last night at, I believe, midnight Eastern, and in the last, like, I don't know, 3 hours or something like that, we sure did get a lot of submissions. So I spent today trying to, we're gonna, nope. I don't like this strat. There we go. That worked. There we go. Also, hey Klutz, how's it going? And hey Axie, how was your days? But I spent a lot of today being like, well, yesterday I was caught up on watching my game submissions, and today I'm no longer caught up on watching my game submissions, and I have to watch all of them, more of them. There we go. Sir, please don't cause a problem. Okay, dealing me damage, not causing a problem. It's attaching to my shoe, that's the problem. I always, like, it's always a weird mixed experience doing Games Committee for everything, because, for anything, because, if you've never done Games Committee before, it does suck to have to say no to people. For any reason, no matter what the run is. Sir, there we go, my goodness. It does suck to have to say no to people, even if somebody, like, you know, spent exactly 0 seconds focused on, like, making a submission video, and, like, it's the lowest effort thing that you've ever seen, which it never is. It never is. Like, it's gonna suck to have to go, but we already have other people submitted a similar game, or, like, it's just too long for the, that didn't work? Excuse me? It's just, like, too long for our format, or whatever it is. Like, that always just kind of sucks to have to say, but you also get to see so many cool games that people are really passionate about. We're definitely losing a bunch of time on this split, which sucks because there's time to save in this split, and we're not saving it on this run, but some things were just a little weird and mean. Like that Keys was rude. Joshy, I'll have to remind you because you're lazy. I thought you already did volunteer for this raft, John, and that's why Jim's doing it. Is that not what happened? I thought that's always what happened. In terms of events. I thought you submitted events and Jim just took them. Also, it's time to count to 3. Okay, that's a good start. Okay. That's good. That was a little slow, but it was good either way. That was good. That was good. That was good. Made a 4-hour sleep and now you're wide awake at midnight. Oh, that's a mood. That's a mood. I've been on like a wild sleep schedule for a couple days since getting back from GDQ. And that's just like, that's kind of how it goes, right? Especially with, okay, we saved some of our ludicrous amount of time save. Neat. But like, I really like being on like my event sleep schedule of like, so one of my shifts at this past GDQ started at like, originally supposed to start at like 5 a.m. It wound up getting pushed back to like 5:45, but originally was supposed to start at like 5 a.m., which means that I have to pretend that it's gonna start at 5 a.m. and wake up as if it was going to start at 5 a.m. Even if I wake up and then I open my phone and go, oh, we've been pushed back another 15 minutes, like, you know, I have to be ready to go at the time I was told regardless. And if the schedule moves forward, I have to be ready for that too, just in general. So I had to be ready for a shift at like 5:30 in the morning, and as it turned out, that just kind of fits with my event schedule for sleep. I just kind of want to wake up stupid early, which is a problem. Why am I like this? It means that I don't stay up stupid late with everyone. Also, hey Muffin, how's it going? Fastum Hourglass, we're trying our best. Thank you for the look. Muffin, I have renewed vigor for wanting to see more glitch hunting for Phantom Hourglass. Can you find Early Sun Key, please? I beg of thee. I can't find it because I suck at glitch hunting. Or can you teach me how to glitch hunt? It would be neat. I'd love to see... Honestly, this run could go so fast. It would be so cool. I'd do frame perfect nonsense if it meant early sun key. I think most people would. Sleep is random. Yeah, no, that's just kind of a mood as well, because, well, I have, like, messed up circadian rhythms, which is to say I have, like, no circadian rhythms. My brain does not hold on to schedules very well. Unless there's, like, something forcing me to hold on to schedules, I'm bad at, holding on to schedules. Like, you know, waking up at events is a lot easier because I wake up and, like, no matter what time you wake up at events, there's still people awake. There's not as many people at 5 a.m., but there's still people at 5 a.m. You know? I know, like, at SGL, people make jokes that if you wake up early enough, you can go get breakfast with the Europeans. Ooh, that was a good roll. Walk into a wall for 100 hours and then start hallucinating. That's how you glitch hunt. Oh. Also, hey, Evans, how's it going? Wedding, please? We're getting married, y'all. Let's see, where do I have a long enough cutscene to actually put on the hat? Because this is a plenty long enough cutscene to do that. This is a long enough cutscene. I always forget that this cutscene exists. There we go. Now I can get married. Not sure to whom. Can it just be by myself? By myself. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Doggos are the best of friends. I am sure that she got to live a long, happy life first, but that does suck to deal with, and I hope you're doing okay. 'Cause it is not ideal, to say the least. I've been spotted, oh no. Like, I could not imagine how distraught my life would be if we lost our pupper, and I'm aware that my pupper is not a puppy. He is like 8.5 or 9 years old. But hey, there we go. 16.5. That is a decently long life for a dog. I think the oldest dog I ever had lived to like 15, which is still pretty long for a dog. Depends on the dog, of course, but yeah, we're very sorry for your loss. It has to stand out, you know, so that you can see me at the wedding, I guess. Or either that, or it's just, I own a larger top hat. Excuse me. That wasn't ideal. That's actually quite a bit of time loss. That is so much time loss. We lost a lot of time, but that is okay. That is okay. That is okay. We'll be behind, probably. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that was 27 seconds worth of time lost. We'll try to make up some of the time. There's minutes worth of time save in this run. My god. My PB is over 10 minutes slower than my sum of best. Also, hey GD Cusack, how's it going? Thank you for the luck on the runs. Hold on, let's round the corner successfully. Tuck that down there. Don't dizzy myself. Dizzies are very bad here. This game is a throwback. I mean, this game is definitely, like, for me, one that I totally forgot how lovely it is. And then, like, just, I started speedrunning it, and I was like, wait, but this game is great. Why have I not thought about it in, like, 15 years, you know? Yeah, no, more than 15 years. It came out 18 years ago? Yeah, it's a bit long for an any percent by Zelda standards, to be sure. Part of that is definitely the fact that Zelda any percents tend to be quite short at this point, because people really break Zelda runs into the ground. No idea how they are as ingenious and creative with it as they are in terms of finding this stuff. Yeah, it was released in 2007, so that should be... There we go. That should be about 18 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, this game isn't nearly as broken as a lot of other Zelda games. We still have some, like, broken tech. But we just don't nearly have the manpower of, like, you know, Ocarina of Time. We're still ahead somehow. We don't have infinite people to shove at an issue to find new tech. It's really just a very small group. So, hopefully we'll get there someday. Hopefully. I believe. I don't know, actually, because, as stated, I'm terrible at glitch hunting. I don't know how you do it. I'm good at finding tricks to build consistency, typically. I say that even though I failed at that today. But typically I'm good at, like, ironing out setups and stuff like that. That's about my only usefulness in terms of, like, actually building resources for the rest of the community. Other than that, I just, hold on. That was fast. I like that. But other than that, I just kind of, why do I speedrun games? Personal interest? I don't really, I don't really serve the most utility. Top hats? Top hats. Top hats. The controls don't help with finding tech. I know, like, some amount of tech has been found on emulator, but, like, I feel like there is a large gap between what you can do on emulator with a game like this, with touchscreen controls, and what you can do not on emulator. You know, like, the touchscreen isn't great. Also, hey Zelly, how's it going? I speedrun games to go fast like Zoom. That is a thing I try to do, as I use a sword on this man's legs. He doesn't need those legs. He's fine. Back in boat. If we find new tech someday, can we call it back in boat? Just for the fun of it? When can we get onto the Phantom Hourglass title screen? I don't have any bright ideas as to how to do that, but, you know, it works in multiple Zelda games. Maybe it can work in this one too. Alright, that's good. Let's see how our bomb garden is gonna treat us today. That's not the best. No rolling there. I don't know why you did that, Link. That's not the greatest of omens. Well, we got a heart. That's okay. It refreshes us. Delicious. Alright. Bomb, throw, slash. Grab bomb. Throw, slash. Grab bomb. Chuck it. Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy. That's spicy. That's the type of spicy we like. Did you see that? Not a single rock remaining. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't argue with that one. Yeah? Ready? Yes. Yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think we're gay. I think gay is pretty good, actually. That saves, like, 3 seconds over best? Also, hey, Bones, how's it going? That saved 3 seconds over best. I'm not sure what I did differently. Just clean. Just clean. Back in boat isn't that bad of an idea given the title screen is a different rendered scene. It would be really cool. Did you help? Yes. Listen, there's a very distinct way to help me do better at speedruns, and it's called being gay in my chat. If you have considered the passive act of being gay in my chat, that is very helpful. Being straight in my chat is also valid. Good decision. If it's right for you. But, if we're looking for the gay energy, it's very much appreciated. For those who have the opportunity. More possible than in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I don't think Back in Time and Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom is gonna happen when, like, they're... Isn't the Tears of the Kingdom title screen just a slideshow? Which, like, I get it. It's minimalist. It's less is more. But, like, also it's a slideshow. It's just a slideshow. True, we could try to go straight to the objective. That is a very hard task for me. I typically go gay to the objective. But going straight to the objective might be fast. I'll have to try it out. Help spiritually with the line note drawing element. Oh, that's what I gotcha. I got it. That is a pretty straight line. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good line. Like, look at that line. That's one of my better lines. It's actually a different map? It's a map? I thought it was just a slideshow. Am I just wrong? Straight line isn't always the fastest. This is true. But in that instance, we did want a straight line. This line we also would like to be a straight line, but this line is actually very easy. Because, boop. Hopefully we should not need a line of credit, because while I do need money in this run, yep. You know what? Thank you to the straight conversation in chat. That's a pretty straight line. But we do need money in this run, but we only need 200 rupees, and it should be pretty easy to acquire. And we only need 200 rupees and not more because we have silly microphone tricks. Also, hi, Book of Gaming. How's it going? You are also very awesome. Did you know this? Did you know? Do some of the glitches in this game work in Spirit Tracks? So, interestingly, not really. Hold on, we have to say no to drugs. Always remember to say no to drugs when you enter Melita. Every single run. No! There we go. Not really a ton of things carry over, which is very interesting. The biggest thing that doesn't carry over between them is, bombs in Spirit Tracks are super, super broken, and in Phantom Hourglass, they just really aren't. And the difference is really just that Spirit Tracks treats knockback differently than Phantom Hourglass does. Spirit Tracks, like, knocks you onto walls and stuff with bombs, and we don't really have that in Phantom Hourglass. But some of the principles still carry over. So, like, there are a couple of tricks that really aren't used because they do not save enough time to be worth the setup. One of them is Bomb Garden Skip, where you can get on top of a wall where you're not supposed to get, because of how both Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks treat the angle. It's very like, if you've ever seen what Animal Crossing looks like from above, it's the same principle where everything's kind of tilted. Y'all, we're so gay. Shouts to women. But where everything's kind of tilted to make things work at the camera angle that the game was made for. But that means that everything in the world is not quite as up and down as you think it is, which makes us able to kind of abuse that at times. But we don't use it very much in Phantom Hourglass. In Spirit Tracks, they use it all the time. You can launch yourself on top of walls and stuff like that. Just because their bombs are different, and also they have different items. They have, like, other, like, the blowy thing. Oh god, don't say. What is it? It's like a little pinwheel guy. Also, hey Anwar, how's it going? Thank you for the luck and the fun. But, like, they got the little pinwheel guy. That one. And that can help you get on top of walls. And interestingly, while Phantom Hourglass doesn't use that trick, Spirit Tracks does, and also I believe Link Between Worlds has it quite extensively with a lot of things. Just kind of, I guess, Phantom Hourglass missed the boat on that one. Ha ha ha, boat jokes. Whirlwind, thank you. Also, hey Ding Dong, how's it going? Heck yeah, women. Shouts to Wife Jump. Glubbers' wife, I think. Whether Glubbers' wife is the trick or the woman in the trick, I'm unclear. I'm hoping that this line doesn't cause any problems. It shouldn't, but it might. You got stuck on Spirit Tracks. I also still haven't beaten Spirit Tracks. I should go back and play the rest of it, but, I started playing Cuphead, and now I've been distracted playing Cuphead. Also, hey Jaxler, how's it going? Since when does Glubbers have a wife? Since he named Wife Jump. If anybody doesn't know, there is a jump used in Echoes of Wisdom speedrunning called Wife Jump, where you just jump on somebody's wife. She's frozen in time, and you step on her. And then you get to where you're going faster. And it's kind of messed up. But it's funny. And one of my favorite quotes has become at Fatales when they were running Echoes of Wisdom. They did Wife Jump, and the commentator, I won't remember what their name was, but the commentator goes, "Shouts to women, we're gonna step on this one." Excellent line out of context. Hopefully not. And hopefully she's frozen. She doesn't feel any of it. I think she's like a statue or something. Please don't hit the wall. Please don't hit the wall. Please don't hit the wall. We're good. We're good. We're good. Also, no beetle. No beetle. But yeah, I think I got through the first dungeon of Spirit Tracks casually, and then that was as much as I wanted to do in one day, and then I haven't gone back to it. And I just need to be more organized about playing games casually. How do you find time in a schedule to play games casually? Like, this is just a question as an adult. Like, does anybody find that they actually have time to play games casually anymore? Okay, scoot, scoot, scoot. I'm gonna take some damage there, and that's not ideal, but that's okay. Again. Oh, still made a pretty nice cycle there. Not a lot of waiting. We do like that. Gonna heal for safety. Try not to take too much damage here. Okay, nice. We dodged them. You skip sleep. See, that's what I used to do. A Phantom Hourglass, I actually have, like, very distinct memories of... I stayed up until, like, 4 in the morning as a kid beating the final boss for Phantom Hourglass. And it took me a while. The final boss for Phantom Hourglass is not super kind. But I couldn't leave Linebeck like that. Excuse me. Oh, you speedrun sleep. Oh. Okay. Whew. Always just be safe. Alright, we're not quite the Kwisatz Hat Rack, but, like, that's pretty good. Only got nabbed once and was, like, immediately. When you can speed run the same game for the 300th time, see, that's the problem. It's like, I could play new game, or I could get better at Phantom Hourglass from 2007. And that's usually what I pick. Like, it feels more productive. I should have rolled there, I didn't. Alright, how is this trick feeling today? That's a nice time loss. There we go. Alright. Your full-time work as an inspector is one thing, but now that you're working on your band... See, that feels like you run into the same issue of, fun thing that also takes a ton of work. I'm told that playing music and speedrunning are actually similar in some ways in terms of, like, practice and stuff like that. So I could imagine that when you're working with a lot of people, it's like speedrunning, but more work because you have people's schedules to worry about. Which, sounds like a scheduling nightmare. What's good is my decision-making. My decision-making is, practically non-existent. I have friends make decisions for me way too much. I have a habit of messaging friends and going, hey, I need an arbitrary decision made. Can you make it for me? And yet they trusted me to be on games committee and make decisions. Welcome to co-op speedruns. See, I do just love co-op speedruns though. If you can, like, get the organization to make it work, A+. I love co-op speedruns. Also, welcome in, Hourglass. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy your time in chat. I haven't actually done, like, co-op speedruns, but I've done co-op randomizer, which is, like, the same thing, except a lot less high intensity. I would like to do, like, proper co-op speedruns. Anybody know any good co-op speedruns I could convince all my friends to do? I know, a group of my friends has been working on, like... Excuse me, it doesn't want to take my tabbies. Been working on, what was it, Triforce Heroes? I think? Without me? And I was like, man, they already filled all their positions. Highly recommend It Takes Two. Okay, so I tried to play It Takes Two, but I found the story to be a little bit too real and upsetting. Like, a large portion of... If anybody hasn't played It Takes Two, a large portion of the story of It Takes Two is, like, dysfunctional parents. And, like, it was a little bit too much for me. Oh, really? It ate my roll. Right the wrong time. Unfortunate. That being said, the same developers made a new game. And I'm really excited for it because I heard the pitch for it and I'm like, no, that sounds great. And so I'm hoping it's really good. It's called Split Fiction, and I'm gonna see if I can... It's already out. I saw very brief gameplay without... Why did it... It just stopped letting me move? That was interesting. But we'll see if I can get somebody to play it with me. I don't know about speedrun it, but I will have to take it one step at a time. Got to brainwash one of my friends into playing it with me first. Go, hey, have you considered? Also, hey, New, how's it going? I did really like, I watched people play, the one that came before It Takes Two. I think it's called Way Out, or something like that. A Way Out? I don't remember. It's about being a prisoner in a jail and stuff like that, and escaping. And it's very much like you play through every prison movie. Okay, only lost a little bit. But I really liked it. But I watched somebody play it. I didn't play it myself, so I don't really feel like I got the experience of playing it myself, you know? Okay, we're good. Woo! Oh god. Okay. We might be fine. We might be fine. We got a single beep. We're gonna be a little bit careful for just a hot second. Oh, we got health. We don't have to be careful anymore. Careful is out the window. We're at so much health now. And whoop. Okay, and... Nice! First try. First try. Also, welcome in, Binkin. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy your time in chat, and I'm glad you enjoyed the GDQ. I mean, is it old news? It was like a week ago. To me, that's still news. But oh gosh, that's a me mistake. That's also a me being typically behind, excuse me, typically behind on this. But I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. I'm glad you can come to hang with us. I'm glad that it was a fun experience, because honestly, that's the goal, right? Is to make speedrunning look fun, because it is fun, and I would like to share the enjoyable parts of it with people. This is part of why I do it. Also, I didn't get to say hi, Lay. Hi! Go straight into game blind, first playthrough speedrun. I feel, is that called like a rushed playthrough or something like that? I forget. I think that has a name. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick up 3. Pick up 3. Will it be this side? Ooh! No! One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not great RNG, but not terrible RNG either. We've been having terrible RNG with that fight the past couple runs, and but this one has been way better. Losing a little bit of time because my PB got better RNG, but we can save a bunch of that time back in the next split potentially. There we go. That actually has a name? I think so, because there's like a website my sibling has looked at before. I remember them talking about it, where you can look up, it's like the average time a game takes. It's meant to be like if you're looking to buy a game or something like that, it shows you like how long it takes casually on average, and then how long it takes casually for like a rushed playthrough versus like a like, you know, completionist playthrough type of thing. Yeah, how long to beat? Yeah. Also, hey, Arch Davidson, how's it going? But I don't know if that's like an actual terminology. You know, I remember my sibling looked it up originally because me and my sibling used to watch a lot of Game Grumps back in the day, and Game Grumps found out that you could do an infinite height glitch. Look at the island. Look! There we go. Okay, we still got it. But they, like, found out you could do an infinite, height glitch in Sonic Boom, and then they did it everywhere. And we wanted to know if that made their casual completion of the game faster or slower. And the answer is slower. A whole lot slower. Like, way slower. Also, hey, Exploit, how's it going? Yeah, shoutouts to, Sonic Boom Game Grumps was definitely, like, at the least the golden age of, like, my viewership of Game Grumps. Hey, Hey! Thanks for saying hey. I appreciate it. Don't roll again. I definitely used up my rolls silly there, but is good. Is okay. As long as we don't overuse them. We can make it a term. Again, I barely remember. Like, I never really looked at anything like that when I was playing games casually. I always felt, like, self-conscious if I spent a long time on a game casually. So I think I, like, always kind of did rush hundos as a casual player, you know? That was just kind of what I usually did. Alright, hey, man. Give me the thing. Let's see how much time we're saving. We lost time? I'm confused how we lost that much time. It was probably on the boat. But that's okay. We can save more time. Oh, oopsies. Well, that's gonna lose time. That's okay. We can lose that time back. We can save that time back. Well, so the speed run does use the infinite height glitch in Sonic Boom, I believe still, but they just use it very, very rarely because it turns out it's stupid slow. It's just, if anybody hasn't seen this bug, it's like famous at this point. It's wonderful. So if you are playing specifically as Knuckles, because you can swap between the main 4 characters in Sonic Boom, if you're playing as Knuckles, you can do a double jump and then do his, like, dive down attack. And if you do that, he gains, like, a very slight amount of height, like, before he dives down, and if you pause it after he gains that little bit of height, then, ooh, there we go. You can just do it again and gain the height back and keep doing that forever. Yup. Very basic infinite height glitch and very easy to perform, like super wide frame window, hence why some casuals could do it and lose a bunch of time, but it's very slow. If you can ever finish a game at all, literally the only games you've ever gone ahead and did 100% of, hold on, gotta murder that guy, are Shrek 2 for GameCube and Stuart Little 2. Little Stuart 2, good job, Hippie. Is it that you can only play sequels? Have you considered playing Zelda 2? Just saying, it might be your true calling as a speedrun. How much bonus content does Stuart Little 2 have? Good question. I didn't play a whole ton of, like, licensed games as a kid. But how much content do you get with Stuart Little 2? Alright, let's see if we can do... We should be able to save some time by doing this. Not a ton of time, but some. There we go. Oh, it definitely does. Honestly, like, that's the appeal, right, of Shasta Does DS Destruction, where he plays every DS game, and that's part of the appeal, is that for every Phantom Hourglass and Spirit tracks, you have to play through, like, cash grab Barbie game number 6. I say cash grab Barbie game because it was the first franchise that came to mind, but that being said, I've been very open on stream that one of my favorite computer games as a kid was a Barbie licensed game. Incredible. Really good game. It was made by, like, I think, like, Way Forward or something like that. You heard Stuart Little 2 and have been resummoned. Jaxler, do you run Stuart Little 2? This is an important question. There we go. That was what's... You do? Joshy, we found you a speedrunner. We found you a speedrunner. I don't get to watch a lot of Shasta's DS Destruction because I'm usually busy in the evenings, like, even if I'm not streaming. But, they have been fun the times I have gotten to snoop in. Because, hear me out. I really liked the horse game. Really? Okay, we're not going for the extra throw on this one because the video game said no. Why am I going that way? I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Horse game engine? Not that one, Pride. Not the other one. The one for the DS. It was like Pets Horses Club or something like that. The one we raided a while ago. I have not played Ages and Seasons. I am terrible and haven't played many Zelda games. Because I am a fake fan. SMH. I really should work on that. I should work on not being a fake fan. But it's a work in progress. Currently on the docket are Spirit Tracks and Cadence of Hyrule. Because you know what'll fix it? Cadence of Hyrule. That's the one that everyone cares about. Also, though, Pride, how are your horses? Are they doing well in the races? Happy Feet Wii. Incredible. Incredible. I've never played Happy Feet for the Wii, but I'm happy to know it exists. Also, hey Dranzer, how's it going? Cadence is peak. It looks so fun, and the music's so fun, and sometimes I watch Covert Muffin do runs of it, and every time I see Glockenspiel, it makes me smile. Glockenspiel. Because he's a Glock. He's a Gliok. It's so funny. It's so funny! You had an incredible poll yesterday. Did the horse girls come out of a vending machine? This is a concern. Yeah, that was a bad angle. This is a concern I didn't have previously because I hadn't thought too much about it. But, oh. Okay, we're a little behind. We're just gonna scoot on past. Well, we lost a bit of time, but we gained back a bit of time because we didn't get nabbed by the guys, which saves a little bit. I'm trying to be better about... Oh, I started doing the wrong... the very wrong movement there. I started doing the movement for the... There's a crane game involved? No, it's a gachapon. But it's very similar. You attempted to learn the speedrun and promptly gave up for Cadence. So it's interesting to hear Covert Muffin talk about it because he talks about it like it's a randomizer. Like, the straight up uses, like, randomizer language. Like, I feel like that's probably the way that people learn is that, like, you think about it like a randomizer. Really? Can I not hit a target today? It's okay. We're still ahead somehow. We're still ahead somehow. Now we just gotta... Whoop, whoop, whoop. Could we crane game the horses to the starting gates, though? You just, like, pick them up and then you bring them over? Maybe. I keep forgetting where does and doesn't have cutscenes today. I don't know what happened to me today. Oh, I split early. It's okay. We still saved back a bunch of time. But I split like 2 seconds early. We should be like 32 seconds ahead, not 34. Don't. Shh, it's okay. Is that scene in Jurassic Park? I don't know. I only ever saw the first one. Pride had told me how dumb the new dinosaur looks in the new Jurassic Park movie. And I forgot. And then I saw what it looks like. Oh my goodness. I saw what it looked like out in the wilds of the internet. I saw a wild dinosaur. Yeah, he's a beluga whale with, like, extra arms, and, like, somebody really thought they cracked the code making that guy, didn't they? I really don't think they did. It's not great. Okay, there we go. It's, like, Dominus Rex? Dominus Rex? Something like that? It's the D-Rex. He's a beluga whale looking... Something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park movies in a long time. But do you know what T-Rexes? Row! They go row. You like your dinosaur displays with feathers? I mean, technically, I think that's just correct, right? That dinosaurs should have all had feathers. In theory. I think that just means you have correct dinosaurs. An albino T-Rex, you don't think that's right? Not all, but some of them should have had feathers. Did T-Rexes have feathers, do you think? I might have the name wrong, so you might be able to blame me if it pulled up the wrong dinosaur. That's not actually a dinosaur? What do you call a fake dinosaur? Probably most of them on Jurassic Park. A dragon? What are dragons but fire-breathing fictional dinosaurs? Sounds about right. I believe it. We also don't need money anymore, so I no longer need a line of credit. I've used my credit. I used my Hylian credit card. Do you think Toon Link has one of those, like, children's credit cards? That's a horrific sentence I just said. But whether there's, like, children's credit cards where your parents can monitor your purchases on an app or whatever. That's definitely not actually a credit card. It's definitely a debit card, but, like, same diff. Not actually the same thing. But then they have, like, cute little pictures. Does he have parents? Good question. I don't know. Alright. 40 seconds ahead. I'll take it. Let's go to shovel. Dinosaurly mistaken. You've seen one movie from that franchise and you don't remember which it was? Okay, can we tell my favorite story of my experience with Jurassic Park, which is me, Hesh, and Matt went to an escape room together that was Jurassic Park themed. And as part of it, they had a touch screen. And we accidentally touched the touch screen with too many hands at the same time, and it crashed the program they had open. And so this touch screen that's like the size of a like full-length mirror suddenly goes to a Windows desktop background. Also, hey Hex, how's it going? Oh, it gets worse. Because it goes to the Windows desktop background, and on their Windows desktop, they had a folder labeled Indeed resumes. Clearly they were hiring. And as a joke, because I'm stupid and I forgot that they have cameras and microphones in the room, I immediately go, yo, Indeed resumes! I want to open them! And the attendant was in there to fix that so fast. Fastest service I've ever seen. I definitely, made them think that I was about to commit a privacy violation for funnies. I swear I wouldn't have actually done it. I was kidding. I just didn't think of how that joke sounded not in my head. Okay, end of line. There we go. Also, hey Ryan, how's it going? You made a bard deck today. What is a bard deck? What cards go in a bard deck? That was actually so fast. I was like right near the island. That was so speedy. I don't think I can ever replicate that ever again. Yeah, I'm sure that the people who ran that escape room did not like me. I'm very sorry. Bards? Yeah, but who counts as a bard? I want to know. Can Brimaz the cat be my bard? I more so meant what colors was it, I think, is actually the better question, but now I want to know if Brimaz the cat can be a bard. Did I take a heart on a vacation? I did. Still don't know how to make trees not real. Always gotta check, though. One of these days, trees might not be real. And isn't that something you want to know ahead of time? Alright. Fishies. Excuse me, other fishy. Thank you for waiting your turn, actually. That fishy waited his turn. Get yourself kicked out. Whoops. Oopsies. Should have run it on Linux. Does Linux crash less? So here's my experience with Linux. I went to a very tiny private school as a kid. And there was like 50 students total in like 9 grades. Very, very small private school. And at one point, the person who ran our tech basically had all of the computers were running on one Linux operating system, as in they were practically multiple monitors displaying different feeds from the same computer, which meant if one of the computers crashed, the whole system went down. And it did not work well when the computers were pretty cheap and would crash if somebody downloaded too many pictures of Digimon. So that was not the best first experience with Linux. Okay, not the best fight, but it depends on the Linux. I'm sure that was the worst case study of Linux out there, honestly. Like, the worst light you could shine Linux in. Yes, that would definitely be an issue regardless of the OS. The problem with it being on Linux specifically is that in Linux, there's not much stopping you from doing anything you feel like doing. So they assumed that students would not do a bunch of things that I then did because I was a nerd. So, at least I didn't download 300 photos of Digimon, but I did have custom mouse cursors, like, that cycled depending on what I was using them for and stuff like that. And, like, animated desktop backgrounds. Also on Linux, you could, on the terminal, you could play, Colossal Cave Adventure as an Easter egg. So, ha ha ha, they thought when they blocked addicting games, they stopped me from, being able to play video games on the school computers. They were wrong. I played Colossal Cave. Also, hey TT, how's it going? It did not change for everyone. It only changed on my account, which seemed to do less damage than the Digimon did. So, I am less of a problem than Digimon. Did you know? It's kind of winning by default, but they blocked addicting games. They did. They also blocked Facebook because they thought we were all gonna go on Facebook. Given the year that this was, they were probably not wrong about that. Alright. Move with confidence. Confidence saves time. And that is how you get a gay split. We've saved 9 seconds on some of best today. My goodness. I'm not sure how this happened. My goodness. I am not in Tringle Room. This is true. I haven't been in Tringle Room for a bit, and I will not be in Tringle Room for another bit. Instead, I am in very scary part of the run, where I have to deal with, cycles. But, not nearly as scary as, the tricks, you know. Also, hey, Juice Honky, and hey, Enfasant. Tringle Room? Yeah, this is the one with the Triforce, you know? Alright, hold on. It's time for Scary Room. That'll lose it for me. I missed definitely too many shots. Oh, Tingle Room. Tingle, tingle, hulu limpa. Yeah, it's gone. Unfortunate. That's okay. Standard for me. I'm very bad at that room. It would appear I misread. I did. Don't worry. I'm a speedrunner. I can't read. I can't read or count. That's why I play video games. Ooh! The soul read. That was very dicey, but it's fine. Okay, well, we took more damage, but we did fight our way through. That's okay. There's a reason they don't call it speed reading. Yeah! We got the damage boost. I'd never get that damage boost, so I'm kind of happy with that. We came here to speed, not to read. We didn't come here to do drugs, though. We came here to say no to drugs. At least I did. I already said no to drugs this run. I've been pretty good about saying no to drugs in speed runs recently. I say this as a person who has never done drugs. Also, hey, Implied Kappa, how's it going? Hold on, what? There we go. There we go. My favorite flavor of Tringles. Yours is spicy pizza. I can't say I know exactly what Tringles taste like. Ooh, that was nice. I know vaguely what Pringles taste like, which is to say not as much as I want them to taste like. Tringles, Pringles always taste like they're chips that lost their flavor. Why did I do that? I don't need that. Alright, woo, woo. Hopefully that line will do us justice. It's a little bit longer. It was uncomfortably gelatinous. He sure was. He's a jelly boy. Oh, that worked. We're so good. That's the first time I've done that strat in a run. Not the C chart. No! That's time loss. The map. No! Stop opening the wrong menu. My brain was like, you saved time. Now lose it. Also, I don't trust this line I drew. There we go. Doop. 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 There we go. We fixed it. Oh, God. Pringles are potato mush held together with flavoring powder, for sure. I haven't had a lot of flavored Pringles, I don't think. I think I mostly only had, like, the plain Pringles, which is probably why I think they taste plain. I'm sure that they'd probably taste better if I had the flavored ones, you know? Square loot. Yes, that was in fact, I did just draw a square root sign. That is hilariously accurate, actually. Alright, time for boss. I sure do love Crake. He sure is the bane of my courage. Or my skill. Alright, got him in the eye. Okay. Alright, made up for it. They still taste like disappointment. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, we got 3. Last one. Alright, nice. Off of Crake's list. Oh, what a good lad Crake is. He's got a good list. Yeah, we're losing time because my PB didn't have to wait for that cycle and also had probably a better BK room, but pizza flavored disappointment. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Not that bad. Go around the lads because otherwise they hurt. Owie, owie, owie. Okay, question. Goldfish. Flavored or unflavored? Like, original flavor, or are goldfish supposed to be flavored? Because I remember the days of, like, flavored goldfish marketing being, like, everywhere. But I feel like I don't see it as much anymore. You know? It's just kind of regular goldfish. I feel like you don't see pretzel goldfish that much anymore either. But pretzel goldfish was just, like, pretzels, right? Like, that's not actually goldfish. Do they still sell it? I feel like they would, right? You mostly see the flavor blasted ones. I don't feel like I've seen the flavor blasted ones in forever. Savory or sweet? I think savory. More like salty, which is, I think, a subset of savory. Oh, nice. Hey. Hey. Nice. Be nice. Okay, that wasn't bad. You refuse to recognize flavored goldfish in the pantheon of snacks. You know what? Really valid take. Also, hey, Grandma Slayer, how's it going? I was excellent at GDQ, yay! That is, in fact, what I like to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had fun. Is it illegal to eat a fish? I don't think so. I think it's legal to eat fish. I haven't personally eaten fish. I haven't personally eat fish. Good job, Hippie. You arranged those words into a sentence. I haven't personally eaten fish, but I think it is legal to do so. Like ever? Yeah, like ever. I've been vegetarian my whole life, and I also, like, since I was like 11, have had medical issues where, like, I'm not allowed to eat meat or fish if I wanted to. Because my body is incapable of breaking down the proteins in them. Also, hey Stavros, how's it going? Done with chores and errands in time for mid-game? You are, in fact, in time for mid-game. Seafood restaurants, are we sure they aren't crime syndicates? I hit this man with a sword. Is shrimp and scallops and blue moon clams and mussels. So you said blue moon clams and mussels, and I assume that's a type of, like, clam or mussel. But also, oh. Hold on. Oh, right here. Perfect. What's my favorite vegetarian protein? Tofu. I'm a tofu person. Tofu is just really good with sauce, and I'm a sauce person, is what I really am. I love putting sauce on things. Like, tofu is just a sponge that you put sauce on, and gosh, I love sauce. Oh, once in a blue moon. Oh, that makes sense. See, I was thinking of blue moon, like, isn't that a type of beer? I was like, wait, do you have beer battered clams? Is that a thing? Like, my goodness, it's one of those days, is it? They just were on top of each other? I was like, huh, where's the third one? There. Also, hey, Glubbers, how's it going? I don't know, but I know that she did call him a cucko. The other part I'm not sure about. Seitan is, like, pretty good in certain situations. I would say I like tofu better. You know, you're investigating? Go for it. Go pull up the VOD. Give us our investigation. Alright, lost some health there, but that is alright. Darn it. We are going to be low on health. Because, oopsies. I am going to, I wanted health. There we go. Health, health, health. We're gonna try our best to remain eekless and anxiety-free. That's the goal. No eekies, no anxiety. Got him. She is stuck. She is stuck. Okay, so she didn't get anxiety. She just got stuck. Which was interesting. She just was like, I'll stay on this corner for a while. There we go. Not having anxiety would be nice. Man, it sure would. Oh, it said clocking. I'm sorry, Glubbers. I'm sorry it wasn't the funny that you wanted. It's still, hear me out, pretty funny. It's possible to not have anxiety. So, my ex was a twin. And his identical twin did not have anxiety, and he did. And, like, how on earth? How? And he'd be like, hey, what's it like not to be anxious all the time? And his twin would be like, pretty great, not gonna lie. And I was like, how? honestly wild. Alright, let us be a little careful because this is where things could go wrong, but they won't. And they could go wrong, but they won't. And they could go wrong, but they won't. And we bring her right over here. Perfect, perfect. Ciela does call line up. Wait, really? Now this I gotta see. It's okay that we're at low health because we're about to pass by very worthwhile health pickups. Finish reading the message. Hold on. I have to do the video game first and not die. And then the post-game arc where she gets radicalized on Facebook. Yeah, I believe it. Okay, I got them all. I got them all. I believe it. That poor human going through life without anxiety. I would assume that that's not actually a bad thing. I assume that that's pretty beneficial, you know? I'm like only a little more than a lot of jealous. Oh. I did not mean to do that. We will not need to do that. Oh, that almost went poorly. It did not, though. We fixed it. We fixed it. Just be careful. Come on. Come on. Babysit this Cubist sister. There we go. That's fine. That almost went poorly as well. There we go. Now go real fast over here so we can get her out of the way of the other spider before he spawns. Bring her right over here. We'll probably be losing a little bit of time. Yeah, we're losing a bit of time. Probably mostly because of that. Yeah, eek free. Really eek free. Probably mostly because she got stuck on that ledge. Was most of our time loss, which is unfortunate. But it's Cubist time, so it's time for me to focus a little bit and pray to RNG. Alright, that's good. Who's got it? Is blue? Okay, that was really good. Really good first phase. Yellow's down one. Green has it. Okay, yellow's down. Yellow is down. This is a really slow phase. Okay, green down one. We're hoping for green. Hoping for green. How'd I know it was gonna be green who has it? And also, it was a dead. It was a dead. Two in a row. This is so slow. Please, green. Good! Green is down. It's just blue. Shasta gave me advice on this fight, and the advice was stop spinning. So I'm doing my best at not spinning. Okay, one more. Well, I spin for the first one because I'm trying to be... That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Not perfect RNG, but pretty good. Listen, spin emotes are a good exception. All right, we saved a bit of time, even though that was not great RNG. We saved a bit of time. That was pretty good. I'm happy with that. We could make unlocking the whole CL lineback debacle an incentive at the next GDQ. Listen, so as much as I love extra warp displacement, between Shasta's incentive at this GDQ and Ben Stevens' proposed incentive for Phantom Hourglass being a backup run at last GDQ, I liked Ben Stevens' incentive better, which was curse out Edo or profess our love. Next time I submit Phantom Hourglass to Fatales, I'm stealing that. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm stealing it. It's just a really good incentive. Alright, there we go. But yeah, he told me to stop spinning for the secondary hits because it makes it easier for it to eat inputs. And you know what? That's the first... I hadn't practiced that fight without spinning, and it worked pretty well. Not gonna lie. So I'm not upset with those results. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep it. Let's see how good my aim is. Looks pretty good. Direct hit will be a ruin. Ooh woo in Edo's general direction. Exactly. Is funny. Is excellent. I also do appreciate that, like, I feel like ooh woo always winds up on the file name suggestions whenever I'm around, and I feel like it's probably my fault, and I appreciate it immensely. I appreciate it so much. Also, is that a Link coming creeping up emote? That's excellent. I don't know whose emote that is, but it's beautiful. It's like Link arrive, but he just creeping. It is. It's just the best file name. Because, oops. Oh, why did I roll that far down? I did not need to go. Oh, Lord, he's sliding. He's sliding. Like, you cannot tell me that it doesn't sound correct with, like, Fledge and Ciela saying ooh woo, right? Like, Owo, also pretty funny. Also pretty funny. I've definitely done some Skyward Sword randomizer co-ops where, my file name is Uwu and the other person's is Owo. Pretty good pair of names right there. I think Uwu is funnier in my humble onion, but Owo is still pretty good. Again, one of my favorite text boxes in the game for this game is at the very end, Ciela goes, "He got me!" And then says your file name, and if you named yourself Uwu, he got me, Uwu. So good. Excellent. I could have rolled into that. Oopsies. Yeah, we need to go fight Bellum. Oh no! Alright, I'm sorry, TT. It is almost Tringle time. Also, hey Monologue, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Oh no, oh no. It is also the hard Tringles. But that also does mean it's the fastest ones. So don't worry, we'll get through the Tringles as fast as we can. Oh, it would be really nice if the last floor clip was found. I really hope to be around to see the day when we find the blue door clip. Like, would just be really neat. Would be a really neat experience. I also, so, as for, like, my personal history with Zelda games in particular, so I started learning Skyward Sword at the beginning of 2022. And then right after SGDQ 2022 was when the G3 escape route was found. There we go. That'll work. Oh, come now. I keep losing time in this room because I'm trying to do it the new way and be faster. But so I never learned the end of the route before G3 escape. By the time I got to the end of learning the route, I had to relearn parts of the beginning because I was learning with G3 escape and not the old route, and some things were different. So I never have had to, like, learn a major route change. Hold on. Scary part. All right. Excellent. Scary part over. But so I never had to, like, relearn a route entirely because, like, new tricks were found. I've never, like, been around a community during, like, a major reroute. And, like, it's kind of an experience I would love to have, you know? I would love to be a part of something that monumental. Wow, we were early on that cycle. He did not even think about rounding that corner. In college, your roommates and you started saying ooh woo after everything, and you had to stop. Because you started just saying it normally to other people. Listen, maybe the other people needed some ooh woos in their life. You know? It's like one of those things where you start doing it ironically and then you find out that there is no doing it ironically. Like, I would say that I say ooh woo ironically, quote unquote, because I think it's funny. I would not just, like, say ooh woo with the actual intention, like, hee, this makes me cute. Like, I don't think that's quite my jam. However, there is some amount of, like, irony is dead that, like, it is just a thing I say, you know? And, like, I know I use XD completely unironically in text. I don't know if that started as ironic or not. I just use it. Which aisle can I find cornflower in? Ooh woo? I wanted to take part in the wing ceremony too, ooh woo. Alright, let's see if we can get the snipes today. There's one. There's two. The third one does not seem to be happening. But we clipped inside of him. There we go. Thank you for shopping. Do you want your receipt? Ooh woo. It does make everything funnier. I don't think it's cute. I do think it is genuinely very funny. You know? This has been a decent trip so far. Let's see if it can stay that way. Wait for that guy to move. That works. There we go. See? Had some people unmatch you with you on dating apps after you used XD in chat? Excuse me? But okay, so here's my reasoning for in defense of XD. Not RAR XD, just XD. I'm a big fan of things that you can use to convey tone in messages that are never taken over by custom emoticons, custom emojis, so they aren't going to be auto-corrected by, like, if you do the generic smiley face, then it's gonna, if you're on Twitch, it's gonna get turned into the robot. If you use the generic smiley face on Discord, by default, it'll get turned into a like, yellow smiley face. If you use it on text messaging, it gets turned into a smiley face. Also, hey Mayazel, how's it going? I like ones that do not change. It's just what it looks like in the text. Also, yeah, we don't actually care about him. I'm a big fan of ones that, like, oh, there we go, perfect. Also, hey, Crimson. Exdo? Exdo? Exodasher? Oh no, it's XD. Hee hee. I read it wrong. But, I, like, personally, I'm a big fan of the XD. I'm a big fan of Oh No, spelled O-N-O, because that one's a word, but also, it's a face. You can't convince me otherwise. That's a word and a face. Yeah, if you spell it out, it'll never be an emote. See, that's smart. That's smart. Okay, we be slow. He's gonna turn, we go up. Gonna be a little bit careful here. This is one of the hard splits, so we're gonna try our best. Nope, come on. He's not gonna catch up with us, so I don't even care that I was a little bit slow, because he's also not gonna catch up with us. Chuck that over there. Go in here. Did not mean to roll. Did not mean to roll. Does O.O get its own emote? I've not seen O.O get its own emote. I don't use that one as much, but I think that one definitely has its use cases. All right. That's bad. Okay, that wastes quite a bit of time that we just missed. Ugh. Okay, good. That guy didn't see us. That would change the phantom positioning. See, that's what was supposed to happen. I don't know how we missed the snipe. Alright, put that down. Put that down. Also, hey Metroid, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day today. Hit that. I don't use that one often, Blan, but I do like that one. That one's good. I feel like that's another one that, like, that's never gonna get changed into an emoji. Also, hey Disposable, how's it going? But, like, it looks like what it is. It's very easy to understand. It's good. Alright, let's go whoop. Sorry if I'm a little bit less active in chat during this split in the next one. I tried to hit him, but he said no. That's okay. Oh, really? That hit? That hit, apparently. That Wizrobe hit. Hit me where it hurts. Alright. Aw, I've never used that one before, but that's a really good one. That's a really good one. You're gonna be Lurktroid for a bit because you're cooking dinner? Ooh, what's for dinner? I had decent pizza for dinner. Like, not great pizza, but really, like, solidly decent pizza. How did I save this much time? Your compliments to the hat on its human accessory? Thank you. Thank you. The hat really does appreciate the compliments to the human accessory. You know? It had a lot of choices, and this was what it went with. Alright. Now gets to the really scary part. None pizza left decent. There's none pizza left. It was decent. I mean, I think there is pizza left, but it was like decent margarita. All right. Step 1. Hit him in the back. Step 2. Backup bombs. Step 3. Get hit by the thing by accident. Don't worry about it. Step 4. Blow up this. Slashy slashy. Stand in a visible area. Alright. Should be good. What? We're gonna ignore that. I don't know how he got to the other side of a wall. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna have to try again. Uh-oh. My dear sirs or madams, or otherwise inclined. What is happening? Alright, wait for him to spawn in fully. Finally! I got Warpy Boy'd to hell and back. But we got there. We got there. My goodness. That took a hot second. That is some spicy time loss. Lesson learned, if you throw the bomb too early, Warpy boys get upset. We're gonna keep this guy down. Whoop. There we go. Up and at him. Go whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. Excuse me, how did you see me? Don't worry. I'm plenty speedy. I'm plenty speedy. Can I slow down so you don't miss anything? Well, apparently that's what I did. Oh, can I speed up so you can have a break from moderating? Oh, see, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, put the pressure on me. Maybe that'll make me go faster. And then we'll finally get the new PB that, no, I do not want bombs. That I so desire. Which, like, I say that, but also, Like, I got a new PB not that long ago. It's not like it's been forever. I just know I can do better. Oh, Bones, that's also a good face. That's also just a quality face. Alright, got him. Throw both of these up. We're gonna be careful and wait for this guy to be on his way back. That should be fine, yep. Perfect. Oops. A bit much. A bit much. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has it as, like, the least amount of time on the in-game timer. That'd be interesting. Alright, the Warpy Boy did leave home. So we're good. The package has been picked up. We got him. Alright, so we're probably losing a bit of time. Yeah, we're losing a bit of time. Oopsies. But that's okay. That's okay. We can save time on the next split, potentially. And we'll also still be at least like 30 seconds ahead. I was just some really unfortunate, well, an important way to lose a lesson. Also, hey J-Man, I don't think I said hi yet. Hello. Me staring from behind your shoulder. From my shoulder or from the chat's shoulder? Oh my goodness, why do I keep doing that? Pride, you creeping out there? Okay, we're 40 seconds ahead. I know ILs for Temple of the Ocean King is, like, pretty incredibly optimized because there are a lot of inconsistent strats you can do with Phantoms that, like, Hornlets has perfected. That, like, you know, you can do an IL with basically any floor, you know? Also, hey, Rocky, how's it going? Thank you for the luck. I hope your day is going well. But the ILs for Temple of the Ocean King are, like, pretty perfected. I kind of wish... So I don't think there's a high likelihood of me doing, like, ILs and stuff like that, because my perfect length of time for a speedrun is between, like, an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. That's, like, my perfect length of run. Shorter than that, and it starts to frustrate me. Longer than that by too much, and it starts to, like, feel impossible. Though I will say this is the longest single run I think I've ever done. Like, the longest world record run, right? That, like, world record for Phantom Hourglass is, 3 minutes and 4 seconds, or 3 hours and 4 minutes, sorry. Said that way wrong. Okay, we aggroed them late, that's good. Whereas I think the second longest category I've ever run is Skyward Sword All Dungeons, where world record is 2 hours 52 minutes, I think. Somebody can correct me on that. My information might be wrong. But so I can't compare on, like, all too much longer than this run, but, like, I think 2.5 hours is, like, the sweet spot to me. Anybody have any suggestions for 2.5 hour speedruns? Because I need to learn a new speedrun because I said I would. But yeah, because of that, I don't think I would be really interested in running ILs. Technically, the shortest speedrun I ever partook in was an IL that was, under 10 seconds. Got him. There we go. I feel like Twilight Princess might be a hell of an undertaking. Okay, I wanted health. Yeah, Twilight Princess sounds difficult. Quite difficult. Which, like, to be fair, I think most speedruns are difficult in their own way. Plague Tale? I've never heard of that one. We kind of are relying on good RNG right now, which is not a place I like to be in. I actually was hoping that the sharks would spawn, so I had a chance to farm them for hearts. Can you eat the hat? I don't know that it would taste very good. You could probably try. It feels very cardboardy. Alright, we're gonna hope we don't die. If we get really bad RNG, we're in trouble. 35 consecutive Ocarina of Time, any percent runs. You know what? Fair. Okay, we haven't taken damage yet. Nope, that's a damage. That's a damage. Every single time, the last possible second that it could bad RNG me. It's okay. It's okay. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. See, I'm also not a fan of dying there because it sets my health really low moving forward in the run. Oh my god. Well, now we can... oh, and then the snipe misses. When we could survive the snipe, then the snipe misses. Oh, and then the snipe hits? My goodness. Also, hey, Crane, how's it going? Thank you for the 21 months. I really appreciate it. And yes, we're going snipe hunting. Apparently. Rare beetle is, like, kind of in the way right now. Hold on. It's time for frame perfect trick. Let's see how it's behaving today. One. That kind of just looks perfect. Kind of just looks perfect. Like... yeah, it kind of looked perfect because it was kind of just perfect. Because, like... Shrug! You go back to lurking now? Enjoy your lurk, Sir Crane. I appreciate you. Thank you for the continued generous support. And also for being a crane. Every game is a crane game when you're crane. Alright, so we are not saving nearly as much time as we could have, but we still saved 16 seconds. Because bad RNG, paired with good execution, apparently, beats out bad execution. Because I believe in my PB, that trick was second try, and in this run it was first. God, gotta love the scariest trick in the run being 2 hours in. I could speedrun Yo Gabba Gabba Magic Word Adventure. There's apparently only 3 runs ever submitted to speedrun.com. That does not surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. But, like... Does the game look fun? That's my next question. How's the game look? Does the game look quality? 80% new game Okami. I hear that new game plus is easier. That's what Pride said from the watching the new game plus run. Oopsies, one too many. Really? Link just wanted to hop in and go for a swim right there. That was good other than that, though. Excuse me. Out of your mouth. Alright. Now we do the new strat, where we shoot that guy down. Not perfect execution, but fine. Okami as a speedrun, though, looks very slippery. And I'm not sure how I feel about slippery. Really, I got cornered. But one boulder hit is not too bad. It's like obviously not perfect, but it's fine. Also, hey Faison, how's it going? Are you excited for Raph? I appreciate the luck. Alright, we're gonna refill on hearts just a bit. Whoop. There we go. There we go. There's 6 runs on SRC for the Happy Feet game, but does the run look fun? That's always my question. I just realized also, I never got to learn the Neopets game from Jaxler at GDQ. Because I only ever got to see Jaxler when we were prepping for the Pseudo Regalia run. Oopsies. That was a me mistake. I never got to learn Neopets from Jaxler, and now I'm sad. There's also a no skips category, which implies that there is a skips category. Ow. Man, my RNG this day is not great. My goodness. I was trying to save on health, and I lost out on time. It's okay. It's okay. That's what I want. Health. There we go. We're probably... Okay, we lost 3 seconds. That's not too bad, especially considering I'm pretty sure we were comparing against gold. Pretty sure. Not too confident. All right. Let us go do the section I practiced, but we're not gonna do the trick the way that I was practicing it, because the way that I was practicing it did not actually seem to work. I need to go back to the drawing board on how to make this trick more consistent. So. There's a Peak Phineas and Ferb Wii game you own, which you've beaten in one is sitting a few times. It's on SRC World Record Vid, has no audio, or is incredibly quiet. That's so sad! Then you can't hear the Phineas and Ferb line classics. Skyward Sword, maybe I should try running it? I asked in Jim's chat earlier if I could bribe a demon that is the actual evil kind and not the speedrunner, and somehow accrue the magical ability to bop him in Skyward Sword, would he come back? He informed me this is not necessary. Whoops. Which means that he's gonna come play Skyward Sword, right? Listen, I just want to watch Skyward Sword on a daily basis, let's be real. I just want to see more Skyward Sword speedruns. of top quality, and it's definitely not because I want to steal other people's movement. Totally not because I want to steal other people's movement. Was that a bomb drop? If that was, neat. Not the best place for it. You said he was gonna come back to Wind Waker HD, his favorite speed game, and we're still waiting. True. True. I would also like to watch Wind Waker HD just on a daily basis. Anybody running Wind Waker HD right now? I actually just love watching Wind Waker, you know? It's got good eyebrows. And that's really the most important thing. And like, yeah, Phantom Hourglass also has good eyebrows, but they're really pixelated. You know? Pretty sure that was a bomb drop. It looked like one. Ah! Hey, Jinja. Happy old man hours. I'm glad you could come say hi. Are you going to get to the sleeps? Oh, I got the double stun, and then I messed it up. At least I got him to die over here, which means I can go right in. Phantom Hourglass, all ship parts. See, that would be an incredible meme run. I did not mean to do that in that order. It did not set off the gem. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work the first time. I mean, I could do what Shasta did and just, do, like, a playthrough of Phantom Hourglass to do true hundo and see how long it takes. I would probably have to follow the hundo route, though. Alright, we would like to have bombs out. Save and quit, yes. I remembered to take out bombs this time. We would always like to take out bombs before that save warp because... There we go. You remember the Minish Cap run being pretty cool? Glubbers has been running Minish Cap, and or has been learning Minish Cap at least, and has been really enjoying it, which is quite the glowing recommendation. Okay, that was a nice fight. Just too wrapped up in Yakuza Like a Dragon, didn't see I went live. That is very valid. I understand that that game is absurd. Also, I don't understand about that game. That game seems to, or at least Yakuza games in general. There are a million Yakuza games, and I don't understand what is or isn't a Yakuza game. Very good. We're gonna need to pick up more arrows, but that's okay. There's 11. Like, people submitted games to last, and I was looking at them, and I was like, is this a Yakuza game? It looks like it should be a Yakuza game, but is it actually? If it's called Yakuza, okay, so if it's called Like a Dragon, it is a Yakuza game, right? Okay, only lost a second. That's pretty good. Yes. Okay, good to know. I'm learning. That's the name of the series in Japan. Oh! It's just called Like a Dragon? Now this is news. Alright, time for the scary part. We can try the other setup if my normal setup isn't working, or vice versa, but... There we go. That's the first one. See, I never got Slime Rancher as a game. Like, I never purchased it, but it always looked really fun But it looked like a game that I would lose 80 hours of my time to by accident. And I always feel like... Easy. I always feel like I have to be careful with those types of games, you know? It looks very fun, though. I remember watching, like, Let's Players play it back in the day when I used to watch other Let's Players. Which, oh my goodness, that was a long time ago. Alright, whoop. Do that. Alright, we got through the scary part of this dungeon. Now we only have the boss left to worry about. Honestly, I'm debating if I should have more splits for this game. I know Anna would probably tell me yes. Rip Let's Plays. Does anybody just, like, watch casual Let's Plays anymore? I feel like I've, like, fallen so out of love with them. Which, I don't think they've changed at all. I think it's just me. I don't really watch Let's Play content very often anymore. Or when I do, it's usually, like, somebody I know on Twitch. It's like, I've watched, like, Nat played, Hyrule Warriors, you know? Like, why does my screen keep doing that today? Well, at least good jump. It's not just anymore, like, I used to just watch various, like, random Let's Players. Alright, not have to heal at all, nice. Yeah, or, like, I'll watch people play, games in Discord calls all the time. Because it's fun. Random pre-recorded playthroughs was just never appealing. I used to like a lot of people, like, as I said, me and my sibling both used to be, like, Game Grumps watchers, which I definitely, like, listened to more like a podcast, but, you know, it's like, the people who kind of treated it as a form of entertainment, as, like, a medium for which to have a form of entertainment, rather than, like, just playing the game. Good night, Ginger! I hope you have good sleeps. I hope Like a Dragon was fun. Okay. Missed a couple hits there. Also missed some hits. Not ideal. Okay, there's the head. There's the arm. Oop, I was not on my train. Really? Owie. Okay, we're good. What do you mean that didn't count as being on it? There we go. Alright, not my best Eox. Not my best Eox, but I'll take it. Alright. Swap to bombs. There we go. You fought an excavator? Of course it was fun. I'm glad to hear that fighting an excavator was fun. You know? Respect to those who did Let's Plays back in the day and still do now. Honestly, there are so few people who, like, are still, like, doing the same type of content, and power to them. Also, like, power to the people who just, like, found their niche. Like, occasionally, I will go see what Brutal Moose is up to. Brutal Moose doesn't do video game stuff very often anymore. He does, like, wild other stuff. Where he just talks about snack foods. And does weird crafts. Yo, we saved time. Somehow, that still saved time. I'm happy. Like, Brutal Moose, your content is a power move. GG's, man. And you seem, like, casually unproblematic, which is, like, the holy grail of, you know, people who used to be well-known Let's Players. Although I don't know Brutal Moose was ever really a Let's Player, you know? I've heard of Chugga Conroy, but never seen their content. I've never heard of Playing With My Wii. Did they only play Wii games? Interesting if they did. Very nice. We're way over here. And we would like to go there. He did not! He is in fact a fraud! No! But there are so many good Wii games. Somebody could do, like, Shasta's doing with DS Destruction. Somebody could definitely play every Wii game, and power to them. I would be very sorry for the amount of shovelware that there was on the Wii. There's just so much shovelware. Like, so much. I was very scared to take that sip because there's usually a hazard that pops up there, but it just didn't show up. Neat. I'm also now out of beverage, so anybody want to see if my water bottle explodes on me? We'll wait and do it during the cutscene. Alright, where's the big guy? Where's the big fish? Alright, ready? No, it didn't! It didn't explode! Huzzah! I feel less stupid now. Oh, the boom was delayed. Ka-chow. Alright. Let's see how this guy's gonna treat us. Got two, no, we got 3 early hits. That's pretty good. Oh, no, he's got to spin. Oh, 1 shot too few. Unfortunate, but that's okay. Okay. He's got 1 health remaining. 1 eyeball. And it's right at the back. There we go. Listen, the Windfish had an unfortunate adventure in this timeline. I actually... are Phantom Hourglass and Link's Awakening on the same timeline if they're both technically in dream states? Like, I feel like actually those might be the most in the same timeline, you know? Goron Island time. Fimsh. Fimsh. Is it legal to eat a windfish? Also, okay, so you know those like wind directional indicators that are like a sock? I think it's actually called a wind sock now that I'm thinking about it. But you know the wind socks that look like fish? Could you imagine one that looks like the windfish? Oh, they have got to sell that somewhere. Right? Like, it would be so funny. He the windfish. He truly the windy boy. Right? Like, now I need to go look up how to make a wind sock. Right? Technically, Link's Awakening and Phantom Hourglass are different timelines if you're going by the Nintendo released one. Wah! Since Link's Awakening takes place after A Link to the Past. So is that a separate timeline from Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass Spirit Tracks, I'm assuming? Alright, don't roll again too soon. Hello, lad. Goodbye, lad. Hello, you are, like, right here. So I'm gonna talk to you on the way. Goodbye. Yeah, the official Zelda timeline is a bit messy. It always reminds me of, when I used to watch Game Theory, like, way back in the day. Like, this is old Pippi now. In, like, 2009, something like that. Okay, that was unideal. There was a video that I never wanted to watch that, it's probably actually like 2010. Who cares? There was a video that I never wanted to watch that he had, called, like, the Zelda timeline is wrong. Cause, like, as a big Zelda fan, I was like, no, I don't need to hear your hot takes on the Zelda timeline. And finally, I kind of manned up and I watched it, right? And the entire video is like some of the earliest just clickbait about, what's it called? About, like, game theory. It was like some of the really early, like, nope, that's not even remotely what was on the tin, because it's just a video saying that the Zelda timeline is wrong, except it's not, because the pitch of it is that it's split into multiple parts, and that's literally what's in the Hyrule Historia. No! That's not what I wanted. Okay, this should be fine. No! It's gonna waste a bunch of time. Oh, excuse me. That was unfortunate. That was sad. Very sad. Oopsies. That was also, hear me out, sad. Somehow Ganondorf returned. Really? My aim is just awful. Got him. There we go. He won, but Ganondorf came back. Yeah, it's just, like, you know, that's the entire pitch. I wouldn't say that the Zelda timeline is wrong. I would just say that it is intentionally quite messy. It is written as such, and so it was said, and so it is written. On the doorway to paradise, those who falter and those who fall shall pay the price. Yep, okay, and Gone Goron time. Was that bombs? Incredible. Put me in the perfect spot, too. Every single time I roll a little bit too close, man. A little bit too close. Alright. There we go. Also, hey, Aiko, how's it going? You got gifted a tiny top hat. That is blue. Whatever should you do with this object, wear it. Make it a permanent staple of your outfit. Definitely excellent advice for any individual to follow. I am glad that you were given a top hat in your color scheme. That's very important. You like your current hat rotation? I also think you have some pretty quality hats. Really? That didn't work. It really looked like it should work. You like your current gimmick? I also like your current gimmick as a fan of the color blue. There we go. You have something to give me at GDQ? Totally unrelated. You promise. Alright. I will think about this very hard and ponder the possibilities. Listen, Aiko just has very good taste. And the gimmick of Aiko's outfits is having very good taste. No, that is not correct. That is correct. Need the camera in a very specific spot, otherwise, for some reason, this trick does not work. There we go. Why is that not... There we go! Imagine if the resolution of Tears of the Kingdom was the destruction of the surface of Hyrule and required people to live in flying islands in the sky. Imagine. Imagine. What would that game be like? That game would just be Skyward Sword all over again. There we go. They'd never do something like that. Y'all ready for spite strats? Oh, he ran away! He was scared of my spite. I sometimes try to kill that shoe with the big key. Because I think it's funny and also it gets the chew out of my way. There we go. Skywind Swaker? Got it. What? Pride, are you okay? Have you been playing Leg? Alright. Into the boss fight we go. Would have been so much more interesting. I mean, honestly, I kind of just look at Zelda games as in their own little capsule of, like, I try to really just only consider them in the context of, like, that game. Alright, not too fast. But not too bad either. I was told be around 1 o'clock and then go around and nope, he didn't like that. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong in this fight. But now I have to watch my health total. Yup. That should be fine, because that should kill. There we go. There we go! Yeah, I feel like part of the problem with, like, if you consider every game as, like, just a piece of a larger narrative, is that you forget that some of the things are just made to work in one game and, like, build a satisfying conclusion to that one experience. And so, like, I like little nods and stuff like that, like, to previous games. Like, the Master Sword made the Phi sound in Tears of the Kingdom, and I cried. I didn't, but it was very sweet. But, that being said, that's not the most important thing, in my opinion. I definitely lost some time because I was woo, bombs! Alright, yep, we ran out of bombs, but that That was good. We're 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 good. It wasn't the best fight, but it was fine. We shouldn't be losing too much time. And we're also over a minute ahead, so, like, not losing too much time is fine. You know? You know? I'm also not quite comparing against best on this split, so who knows? Maybe we won't lose much time after all. Here's hoping. We saved time! Time lost incoming, and you're now going to hibernate in a food coma. Ah! You know what? Honestly, if it helps you sleep, I feel like that's a powerful... Link, get off the stairs. That's a powerful thing. Usually only consider the game in the context of that game, while any timeline theory, hold on. Is fun fan fiction to you, even the official one? I mean, at some point, there isn't a ton of difference between, like, fan fiction and, officially supported theory. Also, could I get a, exclamation point Goron quiz? If anybody's got a moment. Because we're gonna take the Goron quiz. There we go. Thank you, Sally. 14. 6 and ship. There's 6. Ship, it's gonna be the top option. And 4 yellow, 6. 7, 7, 46. 46. And 3 rocks, chest, or 4 Gorons. Is 3 rocks. Yes. We did it! I didn't misclick! I didn't misclick! We did it! Okay, I liked Breath of the Wild very much for what it was, but, like, gameplay-wise, personally, I think, story-wise, Breath of the Wild is my least favorite Zelda. I just don't like, amnesia narratives. They're just not fun to me. And then, like, Tears of the Kingdom came along, and I think Tears of the Kingdom is, like, an excellent alternative way to get the same feel, sort of, in, a more unique storytelling metric. So, like, I think after having played both of them, I do prefer Tears of the Kingdom quite a bit. That being said, Breath of the Wild, I still enjoyed, and I do think it's got some excellent vibes, even when, there's 2 notes to the audio at any given time, you know? Y'all, we got through Goron quiz and we're still over a minute ahead. Do we have a chance? Do we have a chance to PB? Can we do it? There we go. I'd like to get closer, please. And start bringing down that wall. I didn't even think about the enemies. We got past all the ones over here. I'm just gonna have to be a little bit careful at the ones over there because I took 2 damage instead of 1. I usually try to take 1 or 0. But whoopies. That's on me. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about them anymore, because I can tank the last damage if I need to, but I didn't need to. I should have. But I didn't. Okay, champ, have fun. Basically, they just kind of let him out there. That's also sort of what you mean by it reminded you of the original game. Like, yeah, it very much has the vibes of, like, I feel like Tunic very much had those vibes as well. Tunic especially with the kind of branding of the manual being a part of the game type of thing, which is very interesting. I never got very far in Tunic, but it is very interesting. I do also like the reimagining of Hyrule as a desolate landscape. And I do like that a desolate landscape doesn't mean that everything is scorched to the ground. Like, I think there's a lot of really interesting things about Breath of the Wild. Like, in that it is, like, the world ended. Hyrule is no more in its current state, but, like, Hyrule persists, because the end of the world is not the end of the world. Type of thing, which is like a kind of sweet message when you think about it, because they do work on the road to recovery by the end. And, you know, Hudson's doing his best. Hudson's really trying. He's putting up signs in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I do think there's a lot of value in that as, like, a message and a methodology. You were not expecting how Souls-like it was? I wasn't either. I was not a fan of some parts of it. I would like to go back and play the rest. I almost said read the rest, but I might have to steel myself for that and also get Nux back in a Discord call. Learning the language is top tier. I didn't realize playing it that there was like a conlang involved, and then I was like, wait, no, of course. Like, I was told and I was like, no, of course there is. Of course there is. Like, I can't say I'm upset about that one. I'm pretty excited. Oh, okay, Nux, I have to run a bunch of... It's always these stairs. I have to run a bunch of errands tomorrow, but we can gather the team tomorrow, right? At some point. We can do the thing. Also, hey, White Gold, how's it going? Wish Tunic controlled better. I just wish it had more save points. I wish it had more save points. It was, not enough save points for me. I throw myself too freely into death. After the end of the world, make sure you get your marketing on point right away. Yeah, right? That's the important part. Bum bum beat 'em. Bum bum beat 'em. Okay, grab bombs. Owie. That was almost bad, but we fixed it. It just did not want to pull out the right equip. I need bombs next. There we go. Did I accidentally hear? Exactly. Oh my gosh. That was exactly my experience with Tunic as well. Like 110%. Okay, how's RNG? Nope. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible is how RNG is. Okay, let's see how this next room is gonna go, because this is where in my last run everything went wrong, because everything went wrong. Alright, we're gonna go bam, bam. It did it again. That's not the button I wanted. It's okay. We can fix it. Why is it doing this? That's the wrong file. I can't tell what it's doing. I cannot tell for the life of me what is going wrong. Okay, there we go. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. I even remembered to change my equips. We're good. Because that is the optimal place to change our equips. Because we need to do that. Alright. 1 miss. Fine. Fine. That's okay. Now 1, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Going to trivia night, though. Ah. What kind of trivia? Or just general trivia? General trivia might be the most impressive trivia because you have no idea what you're getting into. I definitely wasted too much rang time on that one. Oh, I didn't! Well, that's a new one. Alright. Oh, we're so skilled! We're so skilled! It's stylus aiming being off by a pixel or something? Probably. Probably. Why I say that's never happened before? That's probably happened before, just only once or twice. Alright. One of you is RNG. Excuse me. And it's the non-RNG one that the game did not want to mess with there, but that's okay. Unless you're playing against Nux. Valid. Alright, not our best, obviously, but saved almost a minute. So there is a different strat I could do here, but we're not gonna. Oh, it is the Mets one. It's the Mets one time. Yo, we have given the good vibes to the Mets somehow again. GG's. Very GG's. Also, hey Jackal, how's it going? Yeah, the run has gotten pretty far without being dead, which we love that. We love that. I remain good luck for the Metropolitans. Somehow. I don't know how we do it, but somehow. Alright, bomb. Whoops, wrong item equip. Excuse me. There we go. Go all the way across. Also, hey Wombat, how's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. Alright, now do that one and rang it up. Not my cleanest rangin'. Oh, it's cowboy hat time. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to wait until after this room because this is the scary room. This is a bit of the scary room. So who's ready for frame perfect trick on a timer? Don't worry, I'm nice to myself about it. I do things the... Nope, that was early. There we go. That looks good. Ooh, that was clean. So easy. So easy. That trick is not that easy. Alright, Where is my cowboy hat? We'll have to start looking for it. No, no. There we go. During some of our upcoming animations. Oh, it's over there. Okay, I see where he went. All right. Roll over here. Well, that was a creative use of a bomb. It was not what I intended. Ow. We're good. We're good. We're gonna cross. Did not hit a keys. Really? That took a second. We have obtained the hat. All right, hold on. We'll wait until the next animation. This is interesting routing always. How to route the hat swap. Because I don't want to lose time, but I do want hat swaps to be in my PBs, you know? Ooh, we'll have plenty of time while the Link throws the boss key into the wall. All hats % would probably take some coordination. It would probably take a lot of chat coordination to coordinate what hats still had to be done. All right, I'm gonna try to pay attention during this fight. It's so easy to not pay attention during this fight because it's so boring. This is the most boring hat. Hat? This is the most boring one. And I almost did it again. All right, snap, snap. This is the most boring boss fight. Ooh, single snap. That's good. Thank you, Blue. Also, hey, Grumblecracks. How's it going? I hope you're doing well this morning. The most boring hat. No, don't worry, hat. You are not the most boring hat. The most boring hat is the Colonial Tricorner. We're just gonna go on this side. There we go. All hat % to GDQ. Now that's a power move. All right. Blue is up. And he swings. No. Okay, 2 is better than 3. We don't like 3. 1 is better than 2, though. Thank you, Redhead. Redhead? Okay. Here we go. I feel like, I don't know if anybody saw the Titanfall run at GDQ, but they had a Titanfall run that was all helmets as a race. I feel like something like that would go great with my branding. All right, now they have to do the thing. And snap, snap. Somebody come over. Very good. 1, 2. Very nice. That's what we like. When I remember, helmets are the hats of the face. Or are they the hats of the face? Or is that, what's a mask then? Oh no, am I gonna have to learn Majora's Mask because masks are just the hats of the eyes? No, those are glasses. I'm confused. Spirit Tracks does have multiple hats, and it's quite charming. Ooh, good RNG. All right. Snap. Snap. I don't think we got a single 3 snap that entire time. specifically be contact lenses. I see the validity of this statement. Then what are glasses? What are glasses? Am I wearing multiple hats at once? And what is the fruit of the sea but from land? Hats of the nose? Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Woo! Glasses are witchcraft. Oh! Hats of the ears. Those are just earmuffs. Apparently, since the stream quality was set to auto for some reason, it moved to the lowest setting, which causes enough pixelation and fragmentation that the keyframe detector gets thrown off. Oh. That would be a problem. However, nothing that we cannot handle. As we know. Picked up some extra bombs on the way. Just because I could. Would like to not be running low on bombs. Alright. Dungeons are dungeon. Thank God for witches, I guess. Yeah, it is quite nice to be able to see. Like, my glasses are only reading glasses, so, like, I can at least vaguely see. Like, I sometimes, I have the terrible habit of I will take off my glasses or not put on my glasses while I'm sitting at my desk for, like, 15-20 minutes. Just, like, I feel like some part of me thinks that it's going to, like, help me disconnect from what I'm doing right now to, like, transition topics. You know, the thing that my ADHD brain has horrible consistency with doing. But it doesn't. It doesn't help anything. It just makes my vision blurry, and it's just bad for my eyeballs. You know? You should wear glasses more. I always thought that I would look terrible with glasses because people had told me that I would look terrible with glasses. Delivery! Ahem. Revenge. Ooh wee boy! I delivered disturbing news! That's my name, alright. I wrote it. Dancing mailbox is one of your favorite characters? Okay, so have you ever seen the Wind Waker randomizer model mailbox? If not, oh boy, do I have a character for you. You've seen it? Excellent. It's so good. It's so excellent. Like, I don't know who made this. Whoever did, they are a genius. If anybody hasn't seen this, it is a fully functional Wind Waker randomizer model that, like, you can use. It is a mailbox with a person inside. If you look in through the mail slot, you can see the eyes. It's excellent. It sails around the Great Sea on a bed, and there's a pile of mail on said bed. It's very good. It just in general very good. I did not extend the line as long as I should have, but it should be just barely long enough to be optimal still. Also, hey Brandito! Welcome in, y'all! Thank you so much for the raid. What were y'all working on? Welcome to the most musical part of the run. Jolene, 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 Jolene! Please don't take my ow. Time save. Ooh. She down. Oh, she up again. Who could have seen this coming? Really? Well, I miffed that up. All right, we're good. Oh, banana. DK64, yo, what category are we running? What category are we running? That might still save time over PB. My Jolene and my PB was really bad. We'll see. Me when I message Jolene you up and she stabs me in the kidney? Oh, that's a rough relationship you got there. But hi, hello Brandino and Raiders. I hope you had a lovely time with Donkey Kong 64. Welcome to a different game Brandino runs. Welcome to Phantom Hourglass. Because I have a Zelda addiction. And we are currently 2.5 minutes ahead of PB. And my end game in PB was decent, but not perfect. Not nearly perfect. So we can definitely PB with this. Like, I think. Shouts to women. Shoutouts to women. Oh, heck yeah. She gets knocked down, but she gets up again. I'm never gonna keep her down. Exactly. No levels early practice. Yo, Donkey Kong 64, if anybody hasn't seen Donkey Kong 64 as a speedrun, is such a wild speedrun that, like, those categories exist. You know? That walls are a suggestion. Thank you for shouting out women. Join us in following women! I don't know what Twitch channel that is, but join us in following women. Thanks, Pride. You follow women all the time. That's horrifying. Women is offline. Oh, not the women. Not the women. Women are natural sprinters. They're always running. That's horrifying too. I don't know, last time I got caught following women, I got in a lot of trouble. That sounds about right. Don't worry, everyone. On Twitch, there is consent. Everybody say hi to Glitched Oshu. He will be there forever. Alright, we're losing a little bit of time. Oh, especially after that. Not a ton of time. Just a few more text boxes. Come now. Okay, we lost 10 seconds. That's okay. I definitely could have not lost anything, but... Cloud! Hello! How's it going? Cloud is out here calling out Pride on his Uma Musume addiction. Cloud, how's it feel? Pride, how's it feel? Thank you for the luck. I appreciate it. I'm gonna need it. We're going into the victory lap. DK64randomizer.com is peak? Oh, heck yeah. Also, fun fact, links are perfectly allowed in chat, so you can, in fact, just write DK64randomizer.com. That's allowed. Had to unlurk to weigh in on a following women drama. Shouts to women. We're gonna step on this one. Thank you, Brandino, for giving a link to the ultimate website. Can you ask a smallish, largest favor? I can't promise, but what's up? What can I do for you? It does involve not PBing, because I would really like to PB. You feel powerful? See, that's the point of allowing links. You can also put in links to link. This is an option. Alright. Now, the hardest part. Samus.link. What is Samus.link link to? The hardest part about the Victory Lap revisit is that I have to remember I'm in the Victory Lap and not do the routing from the long trip. Because the long trip would have me go to the left there. The Victory Lap has me go to the right and do that. And that should work fine. Perfect. Perfect. The Long Boy, is that what we call the long trip? Is that its official name? We're just gonna bring this lad right on up. Swap to hammer and face you. Really? Alright, well, we're gonna... do some improv here. Really? We're wasting so much time. What? I'm sorry. No, I call BS. We're just gonna play this the safe way. That'll work. That'll work. You said I can PB? Alright, well, I'm pretty sure did something similar in my PB, so it's probably fine. It's probably fine. But that was not great. That was not great. It was not great. We had some terrible RNG there. Now, can we actually do what I want, please? Thank you. There we go. That's much more like it. I threw it in the wrong direction. The square goes in the square hole. There we go. Just more time saved for next PB? Exactly. Exactly. Alright. We go back in. Bomb chew. Eco splat. Isn't this where Shasta does like a sneaky little clip? I'm not gonna do it because I don't remember, but I think this is where Shasta does a sneaky little clip, but I always have just done this. Oh. It's okay. 'Cause it works out practically the same anyway. Like, I'm not sure if this sneaky little clip actually saves time. Yee. Brandino, do you do the sneaky little clip or do you do the bomb chew? Because Ben Stevens does the bomb chew, which is why I do the bomb chew, because I learned by watching Ben Stevens. Alright, wait for him to turn. There we go. You bomb chew. The hammer clip cannot save much time at all. It doesn't seem like it would. You know, it might just be for swag points. And like, let's be real, swag points are great. But, alright. There's that. And this one. And we don't kill this guy, because killing him would be bad. Alright. There's only one room left. But in my humble onion, it's the hardest room. Of at least the victory lap. It's easier than FedEx trick. And a lot less time lossy than FedEx trick. But it's the hardest room of the victory lap. So, It's not over yet. We can still mess this up or do it perfectly. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Shasta tried to explain how better to do this one to me, and I didn't understand. Yes, you're gonna talk to me. Okay. I didn't do whatever Shasta said, but it worked. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part over with. The blue guys are the scary part. The rest of them are easy. You'll pretend I did this segment perfectly if I pretend you ran your commands perfectly. Oh, but you did run your commands perfectly. You ran your commands absolutely flawlessly. I have 0 notes. Actually, my notebook is covered in notes for Skyward Sword Randomizer Co-op, but they're not relevant to this. I have no notes for you, Zelly. I did my segment perfectly? Yo! That's exciting. That never happens. You did get the most important one. Please. Okay, and we are still on grapple. Okay! Alright. It's go time. The blue door is open. And we haven't even lost... Oh, we were comparing against best. We won't lose that much time. Because this split is really, like, just coming up in a few seconds. But we'll still be, like, probably a little less than 2 minutes ahead. Alright. A little less than 2 minutes ahead. Again, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Alright. Chat, who's got a topic to help amuse yourselves? Because I need to check into the video game real quick so that I don't blow it. Because I've definitely blown it before. We're gonna really try not to blow it, okay? Who's got a fun ideas? Because I'm just gonna be worried about Bloopy Boy. Bloopy Boy? Bloopy Boy? May have spent 7 hours backing up CDs, but that's a noble pursuit. Please? Over here, please. And back. And back. Good. And we stayed where I knew where I was, which was my goal with that one. And that's 3. Please stop your wiggling. Thank you. Oh, we are short in arrow. I'm not sure why we're short in arrow. Probably just got unlucky with arrow drops. No, 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 no. Not my best performance, but that's okay. I was hoping for arrow drops. Alright, it's all on arrows now. I don't think the ones on the stairs can actually give you arrow drops. I've at least never seen them, really. Well, now I'm short one more arrow. Alright. Nice. Nice snipes, but we're short 2 arrows. Really? I don't know what is wrong with my rolls today. you'd like to go in this direction, because this is the direction that Shasta told me to go in. Even though I only have one arrow left, and that's a problem. Please land. There we go. Ooh, arrows. I vibed that one out. Okay, it is gonna be over here somewhere. I didn't look exactly. Nope, I was off. I missed the snipe. Okay, that was unfortunate. Okay, not too much. Not too much time left. Also, hey, Astrid, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. Run going well? I would say so. We're still about 2 minutes ahead. We have more time save potentially to come. Hopefully we didn't lose too much time. I think that was an okay squelchy boy. Not my best, not my worst. We're hoping for the new PB, you know? Okay, we were not too far from the opening. Alright. I don't know why I opened my item menu. I don't need items anymore. We're done with items. Ew, he just spit out Seala's power! Ewy. Okay, good. That was some really good damage. Timed it correctly and all of that. Okay, that was an excellent phase. Also, hey Oplove, how's it going? We're probably breaking about even. This cutscene's really long. You think he's done squelching, but he's no. We saved a little time. We saved a little time. All right, skip cutscene. Now it's the real scary time. Welcome to Bellum Boat. Ooh, we got a front boy. We did not clear them all out, but oh gosh. It refused to lock on to those guys that were coming at me. So we could use a little bit of health. We could use health quite direly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, this is not a great Bellum boat already, but I'm alive, and that's what I care about. Lineback, pick up the pace, dude. Alright. I didn't take the free hits at the center ones, but I am at full health, which is a pretty weird place to be this late in Bellum boat. Alright. We're gonna let those guys hit me. Okay, we're good. We're losing time, but we're good. Whew. We saved time. All right, here we go. Ow. That doesn't do anything. That's just funny.
to the top screen. I see it. Hey, ooh, look at the top screen. Oof. Whoa. He got me. I'm sorry, Uwu. Don't worry about me.
We are worrying about you, Ciela. Alright. Phantom Sphere 1. Good. And he's right on the edge, too. That's where we would like him. Phantom Sphere 2. Phantom Sphere 3. Oh, missed one. That's okay. That's about my average. Excuse me. All right. This is the last one. Phantom Sphere 4. Okay. Now it's RNG. Oh, that was bad. Okay, we recovered the best we could, but that's why we do 4. I was counting on us catching the edge, and we didn't. Dude. Oh, he's gotta do the frame by frame? Okay, that was pretty good. Open up, dude. You're giving me some awful RNG here. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, one more. I'm aware we're losing time. This was not good. RNG. Yes! Finally! Oh, get crushed! The gloopy boy is down! Oh my goodness! Huzzah! Okay, not a sub 320, but still, get glooped! Thank you for the GG